fellow Australians. Welcome back to the Aussie Cossack channel. Now you're probably wondering what we're doing in a cemetery, at the grave of a person who died 108 years ago. I'll tell you what we're doing, and for those people overseas, this is going to sound absurd. Now, one of the only ways people can meet legally is meeting at the cemetery to pay their respects to someone who is deceased. Now, today, for the purposes of this meeting, for its legality, we've elected to pay respects to Isabella. Now, she died in 1913, and she was a mother. As it says here, our dear mother, in loving memory of our dear mother. And today on our program, we're featuring a very special guest who is also a mother of 2 children, a mother who's been shown on our channel before. She's becoming quite well known in Australia, around the world, as a mother of 2 children who became the victim of a vicious assault by New South Wales Riot Squad police, who was indecently assaulted in a park. And we've got her on the channel today, an exclusive interview. Welcome to the channel, Natalia. How are you?
Thank you for having me here today.
And Natalia is a mother. She's also a third-year nursing student. Is that right?
That's right. That's absolutely right.
And Natalia, tell me, this is the first time we've been able to meet. It's a completely legal situation. Natalia's even wearing her mask. We're at the cemetery. We're paying respects to another mother, Isabella, who died 108 years ago. God rest her soul. There are a few other nice true blue Australian heroes buried here. There's a captain in the corner there. And it's a great thing, can I just say, that the government actually preserves graves. That's really good. And they're protecting mothers, deceased mothers. It's a beautiful thing. They've got a little bit of renovations on the grave here in the back, if you can see there. They've actually restored a little bit. They put in some metal posts. And that's taxpayer-funded money. And it's a great initiative that the government is protecting deceased mothers. Now, what I want to ask is why this mother, who is alive, this mother who is a living, breathing organism, who has 2 children, who's a third-year nursing student, was attacked. Now, when you're attacked, I know it's hard to talk about it, but just tell our viewers what exactly happened.
Okay, me and my other 4 female friends, we were in a park, and we were just sitting on the grass, and suddenly there's about 4 to 5 police cars, Riot Squad cars, pulled over, and we didn't want any confrontation, so we got up and started walking by the foot. And suddenly there was another Riot Squad car came approaching us. It's kind of just stopped us in front so that we're not going to move anyway. Then officers ran after us, and they separated all 5 of us. And they demanded us to provide an ID. And I said, I'm an Australian citizen. I don't want to be intimidated, and I will not provide my ID document. And I kept walking, because I didn't want to be in any confrontation with the police officer.
You were afraid? You didn't want to be identified?
I didn't want to identify because I believed I didn't breach any laws or rules.
Did you feel in danger when you were being pressed for documents?
Of course, I've had like 5 policemen just, trying to, surrender me. And
how many years have you lived in Australia, Natalia?
I've been here living for 20 years now.
How many times in those 20 years have police, Riot police or any police, stopped you randomly to ask for documents?
Never.
That's the first time, see? It was unusual and you were a bit hesitant. That's why you didn't produce the documents. And what happened next?
So I kept walking away from them. I walked about 20 to 30 meters far from them. And in about a few seconds, there are about 2 policemen running after me, and one of them stepping in front of me and putting his hands just and telling me to stop, and told me that I'm under arrest for failing to provide ID. So I said I'm not required to provide an ID by any law. I haven't committed an offense.
You weren't driving?
I wasn't. I was just walking. Yes. So I walked about 20 meters or 30 minutes away from them, and they ran after me pretty much. And they grabbed me by the hands. 2 other officers I do not remember whether they actually, those officers produced the names or the badge numbers, and I sort of started resisting the arrest, right? I said, you can't detain me, you know, I haven't committed any crime. So then they pushed me towards where the grass area was, and they just checked me on the ground. So, and I ended up on my left hip, which I had a total hip replacement. I was terrorized. I thought, you know, they're going to rape me. I was trying to protect myself and just escape that vicious attack.
What was the expression on the policemen's faces?
I think they were just enjoying themselves. They just were sick of power. They had so much, like they felt like they really kind of, they can do this, they can do anything to a woman, to anyone. In fact, there was one female police officer there, and she just stood there and didn't say anything.
What exactly do you think was in the police's mind when they were doing this? What was going through the officer's head while he was pinning your legs down with his knees and grabbing you by the legs and lifting your dress up?
I don't know, but I know they had the body cameras on, and they were recording all of this. I hope that this footage will be released by the policemen, and I for the last few days since that happened, I just wake up from, you know, nightmares, having to remember those two particular policemen faces and how much they were enjoying themselves. And I do hope that this footage, Bodycam footage, will be presented in the court, Supreme Court.
So ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Australians, there you have a young mother of two, a third-year nursing student, who's indicated to the public that cameras were being worn at the time of the indecent assault. So what we're interested in particular is to make sure that the police force don't delete this footage. This is what you call a POV, a point of view footage. It's very indecent. It's illicit. You know, it's exposing. The footage will show, I'm sorry to say this, the underwear and the private parts of this young mother. The police have this. Now this is a message from the Aussie Cossack and all the viewers. Don't you dare delete that footage. The general public want justice. The general public demand that the Police Minister, David Elliott, take responsibility. Because the police will say they were only following orders. They will say that they were following the orders of the government. And the government is waging a full-blown campaign of fear and terror against the people of Sydney, against the women, against the mothers, the mums and dads, against the construction workers, against any worker, any citizen who dares speak up, or even dares to go for a walk in the park. We've got Dan Andrews saying it's illegal to watch a sunset. You know, people can't drink outside in public without, you know, having their mask on. We've got people can't go to funerals. People can't pray in churches. The only way we can legally meet up today to get this interview out there is to meet at a cemetery and pay respects to a person who died 108 years ago. Another mother. And look how the government looks after her. I just wish the government would look after this young mother, Natalia. It's up to all of us, my fellow Australians, to defend her. Where are all the feminist groups? Where are all the Black Lives Matter people? Where are all the My Body, My Choice people? Where are the millions out there? You know, the domestic violence advocacy groups, the family court people. Where are the female officers who are every single police local area command, who are the first on the scene when a husband slams the door in front of his wife and they come in and, you know, whack 10 charges on him and put him in jail on remand? Now, if the police were that interested in protecting women, they wouldn't be indecently assaulting this young mother. Ladies and gentlemen, remember this face. This is the face of Australian democracy. This is the face of Australia's freedom, which is under attack, which is being indecently assaulted. And this young mother is very courageous to come forward And we'll be bringing you the whole story through the courts and through the process. Natalia, on behalf of all of the viewers, people writing comments, you have a lot of support out there.
Say something. I want to say to everyone out there who's been so much support to me. It has been very overwhelming. And Simon, Aussie Cossack, just came up and offered me his lawyers, and offered any legal expense. So I do so much appreciate all of you out there, and I do appreciate my nursing PA students who are also trying to support me through this time. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.